Hello and welcome to the 107 podcast with myself, Ash, and my co host, Jacob. And the boys are back in Bahrain. I was watching free practice today, and I know we had testing, but something just felt different. It felt real. It felt like now the Formula One season has started. And now we can get a little bit more of an idea of what the pecking order could be. But yeah, the boys are back in Bahrain.
I mean, well, hopefully the FP. So we're recording this after FP1 and FP2, and I mean, hopefully the free practice boards give us a bit of a taste of what's to come. We had Daniel Ricciardo topping FP1 with Lando and Oscar P2 and 3. And then FP2, we had both the Mercedes boys up ahead in P1 and P2, and third was Fernando Alonso, with essentially the Red Bulls being nowhere further down. So Max was in sixth for FP2, and Perez was in 10th. So hopefully,
Max is in sixth for FP1.
was he sixth for
Right.
FP1 as well? Yep, sixth
Yep.
and sixth.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that is Mr. Consistency for you.
Well, there we go. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it is obviously practice. They're probably, like I said, running different fuel loads, different car
Yeah,
configurations,
exactly. Yeah.
and things like that. But yeah, it seems to be a little bit of a pattern emerging. But uh, one thing, Bottas has been reprimanded. Have you seen that?
What
He
for?
was reprimanded for
Bad haircuts?
leaving the pit lane when the red light was on.
Ah,
He
okay.
left 4 seconds apparently before it went green. So we've got our first driver reprimand of the season. But
Already.
yeah, it's funny. It'll be interesting to get your thoughts on this. Um, they were interviewing Mike Crack, and Martin Brundle asked him a really good question, which was like, do you think we should hold practice sessions during the day when you're not going to be racing during the day? When you can be racing at night where conditions are
It's a good
completely
question.
different?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's kind of true, right? Is at Singapore, they don't really do it during the day because it's a night race, and Bahrain's a night race. So why are you doing it during the day? The only thing I can think is maybe time difference, but Singapore is the same as well. So I think they should
I
have
could.
more realistic running conditions for the
Yeah,
teams.
I think I could understand FP1 being out of sync,
Yeah.
but FP2 and especially quali should be around about the same time that the race actually happens. So yeah, but I mean, we know there's not that much logic when it comes to scheduling all of this stuff. But I do agree. Maybe it should be a little bit later on.
Yeah. And I'm still going to say it, that steak kick
I still
Sauber
like it.
looks
Still like
looks
it.
shit. It looks like they're still testing. It looks like, hey, we're just going to have flavors on the
Still
time.
like it.
It's no, it's.
Get with the program. Actually, you'll have to look at it. At least 21 races this year.
I'm not ready if they're at the back of the grid all the time.
Well, you'll still probably see it at some point.
Hopefully, it'll be the majority of the front and midfield. But yeah, it felt nice. It felt real that Formula One is back. And yeah, I'm looking forward to qualifying tomorrow and the race on
Yes,
Saturday. The race is on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's odd. We're recording at a normal time, but typically we would record before FP1 and FP2. Like we're still
Yeah,
recording on the Wednesday evening, but
Thursday.
stuff's already
Thursday.
happened.
Yeah,
Is it Thursday today? Oh God,
it
I'm
is Thursday.
so
You
ill.
really are ill.
Uh,
You really are. You've lost track of time. Gosh.
I don't know which direction is up at this point.
Yeah.
But I do know that we are back. It is race week, and this will be the first pre-Grand Prix episode that we drop. So we're back in. We're gonna start getting back into the groove of stuff. So if you're new here, we typically do a podcast pre-race and a podcast post-race weekend. So we sort of review exactly like how we think everything's going to play out, and then we chat about it after the weekend, after the weekends, after the dust settled. So if you're new here and you want to follow along, please do be sure to follow us on your preferred podcast platform. We're on Instagram. We're growing quite a bit on Instagram, YouTube. If you want to watch these podcasts live, hello. We're on YouTube as well, which is nice. You can look at two handsome young men on the internet and not have weird looks from somebody looking over your shoulder. So, on to the race weekend. We usually also do predictions as to how we think things are going to run. We talk about if there's anything interesting going on the track, if there's any, big upgrades coming, and then let's just talk a bit of shit around the actual race weekend itself. So, anything of note really to talk about this weekend?
Unfortunately, not. I think, like I said, it's the first race of the season.
Yeah.
Teams really don't know where anyone is.
No.
There's estimations. Obviously,
Yep.
Red Bull could be ahead by a fair amount. Alpine could be at the back.
Yeah.
Um, Seems to be in the middle between McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin. But unfortunately, while we should be talking about practice
Mm.
and we want to be talking about practice, it's all kicked off with Christian Horner again.
Yeah, there's a bit of an elephant in the room, isn't there?
Yeah, so Red Bull cleared him of the allegations. They did their investigation. They said it was fine. And most likely would have been the end of that. I don't know what's going to happen
Yeah.
outside of that. But then all of a sudden, apparently the majority of the journalists, team principals, Liberty Media, even Stefano Domenicali, was sent a Google Drive folder that apparently has screenshots of Christian Horner and these messages between the person who's making the accusations, I would assume. We've not seen this Google Drive folder. We're not in the know just yet. A couple of screenshots have leaked, but I think this is just whatever is going on, it's deeper than obviously what's being shown, right? Somebody wants Christian Horner out. I don't know
Yeah,
who that is.
it's very odd. I think it's very important that we also state that as of right now, we have zero idea what Christian Horner has allegedly done or been accused of doing. It
Yep.
could have been something horrible. It could have been an abuse of power. It could have been that he's been
A
chatting
bit
up
mismanagement
co-workers, mismanagement. He could have
or
on it.
communication.
He could have been embezzling money. We have no idea whatsoever, and that is
He could
what
have
we will
been
stick to.
secretly drinking Monster, and that's what he was caught doing.
Oh no! Yeah, he's been slowly drip feeding like the recipe for Red Bull to like Prime and Monster, so they can get like some sort of leg over. No, we have no idea other than Christian Hornier and Hornier. Jesus, that's a really bad time to say that. I'm sick. I'm so sorry, Christian. But so other than Christian Horner, the accuser and the judging team, I guess, the investigation team is probably a better way to put it. Nobody else has any idea what on earth's gone on, and
No.
that's it. That's it. So all of these rumors of it being like inappropriate, like whatever, they're rumors. There's no fact to them as far as I'm
No.
concerned.
The only thing we know is Christian was under investigation.
Yeah,
Red Bull have done an investigation
yeah,
and they've cleared him of the
yeah.
allegations.
And
That is all we know.
I would argue his name has been dragged through the mud a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And I do genuinely, considering that we absolutely have no idea what's gone on, has been quite unfair. And I am not saying that like to wind anyone up or to get a reaction out of it, but I would say the exact same if somebody, accused James Vowles of inappropriate behaviour or anyone else within the Formula One paddock or anyone else in life, essentially. That being said, this alleged Google Drive, I have a photo of a screenshot of the Google Drive in front of me. And one thing I will say, right, is that if these texts are real, Christian Horner has no riz whatsoever. This is horrible. Like, what you up to now? You said you could do the splits. Like, these are complete. Like, these do not seem like real texts from real human beings. And especially in the age of AI, you do have to question the validity of some of these things as well. Like, there's some photos included as well. A few of them look a bit AI generated as well. Like, it just doesn't come off as real, and not a lot of these messages are in capital letters. It's all lowercase as well, which is very odd. It screams odd. And somebody very clearly has it in for Christian. And yeah, but Ash, what do you think? Because I mean, I don't have much else to say other than this is just an insane situation, and I hope it's cleared up very soon.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because I just want to talk about
Racing.
racing.
Yeah.
Look, and look, I'm all for like a little bit of drama
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. That's fine. But I'm like drama, like Lewis Hamilton signed for Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Or what was the contract talks like between Lewis and Toto?
Mm.
Not like, oh, these WhatsApp messages have been sent to Stefano Domenicali, and it's just and the thing is how it's being done, how it's going along.
It's
It's
bad.
pathetic.
It's bad.
These are whoever's involved is multimillionaires, billionaires. They've probably got a fair amount of power and stuff like that. And it's just here's a Google Drive with WhatsApp linked photos. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, if you're trying to get rid of Christians, surely there's a better way. A better
Probably.
way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But it's
I guess
just
the
not good.
I guess the only thing is, why would someone want Christian Horner out of Red Bull?
That's a very good question.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very good
It's
question.
like why did they so badly want him out of Red Bull? And the only thing I can think, it must be someone internally within Red Bull, right? And them and Christian have come to a disagreement on however the team's run, what's going to happen with the team, who controls the decisions,
Yeah.
and
So
it's clear
allegedly,
neither of them are going away.
the initial leaks came from a Dutch report, like a Dutch
Okay.
newspaper, and so allegedly Joss is apparently fueling this because he doesn't like Christian. Allegedly, that's one of the rumors that I'd heard.
Do you know what you should have said? Because his name rhymes with Zos Justappen. Vos Justappen. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is what it is. I don't think we have much else to say on the subject other than keep an eye on
The only
it.
thing I can say is
yeah,
Formula One is literally decided by milliseconds, and it is the elite of motorsport, and it has essentially the best drivers, the best engineers. But somehow it's
all
these
brought
shitty
down
fucking
by some fucking
WhatsApp
messages. Yep.
messages, and is keeping up with the Kardashian storyline. It makes you think, like, behind the scenes, not everything is as it seems.
No,
But
it's ridiculous.
honestly, just whoever's at Red Bull doing this, just sort your shit out and
Yeah.
let's focus on. I think I'm so glad the race is on a Saturday because I could not deal with an extra day of this.
yeah, no, that's a very good point.
It'd be
But
it'd be very interesting to.
oh my
Let's
God.
get back onto the racing.
Yeah,
Qualifying is tomorrow. Actually, you know what?
we've got FP3 and then
Who's your
quali.
top three for Saturday?
So top three, and again, like I've no idea. I'm gonna make a prediction. Daniel Ricciardo in top 10. I'm gonna make that prediction.
I will agree with you. I
Top
think he's in the
three. I am going Max Verstappen. Obviously, there's no way that you can. So I'm actually going to do a top four, and I would like to suggest that we do a top four because we're both going to say Max is going to come first, right?
So why don't we do top five then?
Okay, top five. We'll do top five. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So top
just sounds
five.
nice.
Top five. Max Verstappen first. This is not just quali but race. So I'll go Max Verstappen first. Then I'm going Sergio Perez. I think he'll have a good strong start. Then I'm going to go for Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go for Fernando Alonso. And then I'm going to go for Lando Norris. That's my top five.
I'm gonna go obviously Max Verstappen,
Mm.
Lando Norris,
Mm.
Fernando Alonso,
Mm.
Lewis Hamilton,
Mm.
Oscar Piastri.
We're forgetting Ferrari exists, aren't we? I'm so sick.
I
I'm
forgot
so
about
sorry.
Ferrari.
I'm so sorry. I'm so ill. I'm so ill. I'm changing mine. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna
forgot
go
about Ferrari.
top
How did you forget
five.
about Ferrari?
No, I don't know how I keep doing it. And their race pace is supposedly very good as well. So my top five. Let me change that. I'm going to go for Max first. I'm still going to go with Checo as well. I'm going to chuck Charles into third, and then obviously that would mean that we would demote. Who did I say? We would demote Fernando Alonso and Oscar Piastri. That's my top five.
I'm gonna completely redo mine. Quickly edit this out so it doesn't make.
So, Ash, what are your predictions? What are your top five?
Oh well, it's funny that you ask. No, obviously Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso.
Okay, so Sergio's not getting in your top 5.
No, I don't think so.
Alrighty. Okay. And any other predictions you want to make? I'm going to go with Daniel Ricciardo being top 10. And I'm going to... I don't know if you saw, Alpine added... They were using 5 cooling vents during testing, right? And now on the side pods, they have 20 cooling vents. So I'm also going to predict at least 1 Alpine DNF.
All right, let's do 3 hot takes, right?
3 hot takes, sure. Okay.
Okay, first hot take.
Yeah.
Yuki outqualifies Ricardo.
Ooh, that would be a good one. Yeah, okay.
Second hot take. I don't even know if it's a hot take. Both Alpines don't make into Q2.
Okay, I don't think that's a hot take, but okay.
I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Third hot take is Haas score points.
Ooh, okay. All right. I don't think that's going to happen, but all right. So my 3 hot takes.
It's a hot take, right? Got to be a little bit fun with it.
My 3 hot takes are Daniel Ricciardo to score points.
That's not a hot take. It's going to be a hot take, man. Hot take.
Daniel Ricciardo to score.
It's going to be the most unwild prediction.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But it's not a hot take because I don't think it's going to happen. I don't have any hot takes.
Okay, all right. If you don't think it's going to happen, okay, that's fair. All right.
I don't have any hot takes. The only hot takes I have at the moment are my fucking throat. Like, honestly, my throat is on fire at the moment. Just really bloody ironic when you do a podcast. I've been talking about this
for the last 2 podcasts. My throat hurts.
But so, yeah, I think Daniel Ricciardo scored.
Come on, like, three crazy predictions.
Crazy predictions.
Because you never know, it could come true. But with a little bit of data behind.
Okay, fine. If I had to say something outrageous, Logan Sargent in the points.
Outrageous, but also achievable.
Logan Sargent in the points.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Kevin Magnussen fastest lap.
That could happen. That could happen.
Yeah, and Esteban Ocon DNF.
No. Esteban Ocon gets a 5-second.
Oh, time penalty. Time penalty would be brilliant. Yeah, we're just talking shit. No, but this is the point, right? Neither of us, and nobody really has a realistic idea as to who on earth or what on earth is going to happen this weekend, other than Max Verstappen winning is probably going to happen. So it's going to be really interesting this weekend. So tune in and remember that it is on Saturday. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to this episode. We've talked about Horner. We've done our predictions, but there's not a lot to go on. We're just really excited for racing to be back. Cars are finally back on track in a racing situation this weekend, and I cannot wait.
Let's fucking go. The boys are back in Bahrain.
The boys are back in Bahrain. Thank you for everyone for listening. Be sure to like and follow on your preferred podcast platform. Boys are back in Bahrain.
See you later.